Alright, I'm going to go over my competition gun. It's a MAC9 DS, the 5-inch version. I had it ported from Skipsgunz. You can check him out on YouTube. The optic I'm running is a Swampfox Justice 2. It's a big 30mm window. I like it. It's pretty good. Only thing I have to complain about is with the with a lot of sunlight in the front, you'll see a reflection of the other variants of the optic. But if you're not in direct sunlight, it's fine. It's clear. You might get that with some other ones, but I think it's just because the light passes through the lens and off of it, so. But I can't complain. You just look for the dot. I ran it for a while with just the ports I had on it, and shot great, right? But when you're doing competition and stuff like that, you're trying to like squeeze every ounce you can out of it. So I put this compensator on there. That's from Underworldarms. This is their basilisk model. It's 4.1 ounces. It's an aluminum comp, so I mean it's pretty light for what it is, right? 2 set screws lock it in place into the tack rail because it just literally slides on, and there's a steel insert that actually goes into the tack rail, so you're not actually embedding the screws into the firearm, which I really like that. I like how they've designed it. It's pretty good. I don't have massive hands, so like when I grip the gun, I can't really reach this front ledge. I'd have to change my grip, and I don't want to really cover the magazine release. I don't really want to train myself to grip the gun differently now. So I just kind of, this is not really much of a benefit for me. This is their Mark II version. So the Mark II has this thumb rest, which, like I said, I'm not really taking advantage of. It looks good. So I mean, I have probably close to 3,000 rounds on the gun now total. And you can see it's got a bunch of wear and stuff like that, but it's been running great. Other things I've done to this gun is I followed Skip's like build videos on it. This has a 8-pound recoil spring or reaction spring. And inside the mainspring housing, the mainspring is an 18-pound mainspring, and then I have an EGW ignition kit on the inside. I don't have the EGW hammer at all, but the enhanced firing pin and spring, that's all been changed out with EGW. I did polish up some of the trigger components on the inside, so it's it's pretty good for being a Turkish 1911. That's double stack 1911 or 2011, right? And you can see it's got wear in the mag well from banging mags in, trying to get them to seat, and you're just trying to go fast, right? I'm not the fastest person out there, never will be, but really enjoyed this gun. For a budget 2011 style gun, I mean, this thing is lights out. I mean, you can't not enjoy shooting this gun. I mean, I've shot some more expensive things, but you got to make it your own, right? And I really enjoyed it. I put the goon tape on it, kind of helped me index. Every time I grab it out of the holster, my hand goes in. I know that I'm high and tight, and then my fingers are on the goon tape. My ring finger falls into an empty spot. My pinky goes on the other section of goon tape, and then my other hand just kind of covers it up. And also the goon tape, is holding down that grip safety. right? I don't have a pin grip safety yet. Kind of a budget way to pin down your grip safety is just to push it down and tape it down, right? It has a thumb safety. That's all I'm worried about. You know, won't fire, will fire. I have the shortest trigger that came with it on it, and generally when I grip it, you know, I'm only using just the pad of my finger on there. I try and index it every time the same way, every time, so that way I'm pretty consistent, right? It really, when you're shooting competitions and things like that, and it's all about consistency and how you grab the gun, how you pull the trigger, you know, really consistency is the key. Try and do the same every time. I did change a lot because I had to change my holster setup, because I did have a Black Scorpion Gear speed holster that locked onto the mag well, locked onto the trigger guard, and the magnets would go into the tack rail here. But now, since I have this comp on here, this won't work with the Black Scorpion Gear holster, so I had to get a Underworldarms comp holster for it. Alright, I had started talking about the holster setup I had before I put the comp on. Black Scorpion Gear holster. I really liked having this on there. So it used to lock into the trigger guard like this, but as you can see, it's probably 5 or 6 mil of a difference now. I can't use it, so it doesn't reach with this comp. So I had to end up going with the Underworldarms comp holster. And as you can see, I adapted it onto the Black Scorpion Gear mount, and I put this on here. This is just a bicycle cam lever. I'm going to trim this down once I get this exactly how I like it. And so there's a stiffening plate I put on the inside with some standoffs, and this plate is the adapter plate to adapt it to the ball mount of this holster, of the original holster, right? This used to just mount onto here with these screws. But so now this comp and all fits in here. I flip the cam lever, it's locked in tight. Flip the cam lever down, it comes out, right? But what I'm going to end up doing is, you have to cover the trigger, so I'm going to probably end up taking this off here and some of this material off here, so that there's not a lot of more material to have to clear with the pistol. You know, as you're drawing the pistol out, you could swing it up onto target faster if some of this material was missing in the front. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. I haven't really noticed that my draw has suffered a lot going to this, but it could definitely be better with just a little bit of trimming of this plastic here. You know, I'm not going to take a lot of material off, just some of it. That way when I pull it out, like I said, when you clear the holster, you can swing it out a little further, a little bit faster. It's all really user preference. But that's that. I don't know if I'm really utilizing the comp to its full extent yet. Been shooting a Guela 124 grain. I don't know if I said that already. I think I said it already, but been shooting a 124 grain Aguila. It's a low pressure ammunition. 950 feet per second. And I think the gun is tuned really well for that currently, with the ports and the comp on the front and the recoil spring. It really, it cycles good. I haven't had any issues, you know, knock on wood here, but I haven't really had any issues with it cycling at Aguila. Yep, I mean that's the setup. Any questions, ask. All right, catch y'all on the next one.
Drop the whole bunch.